So hello friends, I am Pankaj Sharma and as promised I am back with the fifth and final module of my series on linkages of ESG, the Sustainable Development Goals SDGs and the Dairy Sustainability Framework DSF. The first module talked about the basic concept of sustainability, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals SDGs of the United Nations and the DSF, Dairy Sustainability Framework, a framework designed and developed by the industry itself for itself. While in the second module we talked about the linkages between ESG relating to milk animals, SDGs and the DSF. The second module detailed the linkages between ESG farmers and SDG and DSF criteria. In the fourth module, we talked about the interlinkages between ESG relating to raw milk transportation and milk processing and SDG and DSF. Now, in the current and final module, we will be talking about the linkages between ESG relating to sales and distribution systems and consumer services and SDGs and DSF. Hope this module will also be liked by you as much as you have appreciated my earlier 4 modules. If you like and find the videos useful, please do not forget to like the video and also subscribe to my channel if you have not done it so far by pressing the bell icon. I would also request you to please share this video, share the link of my channel with your friends and colleagues. If you have found if you have found my channel, which already has now 3 modules, one relating to enterprise risk management and its importance in dairy industry, ESG and its importance in dairy, and this third one which talks about the linkages between ESG, DSF and SDGs. Thank you very much and happy view. Module explores the environmental, social and governance ESG impacts of sales and distribution system and consumer services. It highlights the importance of maintaining cold chain integrity, eco-friendly shipping, fair channel partner interactions, regular and affordable market supplies, and honest marketing. These practices contribute to reducing environmental harm, promoting social fairness, and ensuring ethical governance. The module also explains how these ESG measures align with Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) and Dairy Sustainability Framework (DSF) criteria, demonstrating their role in advancing national commitments to the United Nations SDGs and promoting overall sustainable development across the value chain. ESG sales distribution, cold chain integrity. Maintaining a cold chain is essential for milk and dairy products due to their perishable nature. From storage in cold rooms and transportation in refrigerated vans to display in coolers, consistent temperature control prevents spoilage and meets FSSAI regulations. Any break in the cold chain leads to product spoilage, risking penalties and impacting consumer health. However, cold chain systems can also harm the environment through emissions of CFCs, which deplete the ozone layer. To address this, dairy organizations should adopt modern refrigeration technologies that avoid harmful CFCs, such as using CFC22, which has a shorter environmental lifespan. Regular inspection, maintenance, and proper disposal or recycling of refrigeration equipment are also critical. Cold chain management is not only a technical and environmental concern, but also a governance issue, ensuring legal compliance and sustainable operations. By investing in eco-friendly technologies and practices, dairies can balance product safety, environmental responsibility, and regulatory adherence. The SDG goals which are linked to this are SDG 9, which talks about industry, innovation and infrastructure, which can be ensured by building resilient infrastructure, promoting inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and fostering innovation. And SDG 13, which is relating to climate action, which can be done by taking urgent action as above to combat climate change and its impact. The DSF criteria is DSF 3, which talks about GHG emissions. Measure and address the GHG emissions using IDF standards and life cycle methodology. ESG sales and distribution, fossil fuel usage. Milk transportation using fossil fuel vehicles contributes significantly to air pollution. While many dairies now use CNG vehicles for city deliveries, long distance distribution still relies on traditional fuel. Mitigating includes using CNG and EV vehicles and optimizing routes to reduce travel distance, making it a manageable but ongoing challenge. The SDG goals which are linked to it are SDG 7 regarding affordable and clean energy, which can be ensured which can be done to ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy for all. And SDG 13 about climate action, take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. And the DSF criteria is GHG emissions, which can be ensured by measuring and addressing the GHG emissions using IDF standards and life cycle methodology LCA. Third is ESG sales and distribution, channel partner interactions. Motivated and engaged channel partners, distributors, retailers, and CFAs are vital to a dairy business's success, especially given its daily and often twice a day consumer interactions. A satisfied channel partner ensures regular and prompt services. Beyond commercial benefits, it is also a social responsibility for companies to support partners through transparent agreements, timely payments, and efficient grievance redressal. Clearly defined terms, consistent claim processing, and responsive communication fosters long-term trust and collaboration, ultimately driving the organization's reliability and growth. The SDG goals which are linked are SDG 8, which talks about decent work and economic growth of all, which can be addressed by promoting sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work for all. And the DSF criteria is DSF 11 about working conditions. By formulating and implementing farm and plant safety plans, this DSF criteria can also be achieved. Fourth in line is ESG consumers, regular supplies. Dairy organizations handle essential food items, making timely and regular supply crucial. Disruptions not only cause financial loss to the organization but also affect consumers' daily nutrition. Due to this importance, even government authorities often support dairy operations during crises like pandemics or natural disasters, making supply continuity a key ESG responsibility in the dairy industry. The SDG goals which are linked are SDG 2, zero hunger, achieve food security, improve nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture. SDG 3, good health and well-being, ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. And SDG 12, promoting responsible consumption and production by ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns. And the DSF criteria is DSF 4, market development, putting processes in place to inform producers of market opportunities and challenges. Next in line is ESG consumers, reasonable prices. Cooperative dairy organizations, especially those formed under Operation Flood aim to supply quality milk at reasonable prices while ensuring fair returns to the farmers. To achieve this, they must manage operating costs efficiently. By doing so, they can offer affordable products, support farmers, lead market pricing, and fulfill their social responsibility to consumers and product producers alike. The SDG goal which can be linked is SDG 12 regarding responsible consumption and production by ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns, and the DSF criteria is DSF 4 regarding market development, putting in place processes to inform producers and market opportunities and challenges. Next is ESG consumers, safe foods. Ensuring food safety is both a legal requirement and a social obligation for the dairy organization. Compliance with FSSAI guidelines on quality, storage, and transport is essential. Cost cutting through cheaper raw materials at times can increase food safety risks. With stricter regulations and growing consumer awareness, dairy companies must adopt stringent food safety protocols to protect public health and uphold their social commitment. The SDG goals, which can be linked, are SDG 3, good health and well-being, by ensuring healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages, and SDG 12, responsible consumption and production, ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns. And the DSF criteria could be DSF 5, about product safety and quality, by putting in place the product safety assessment and recall plan and monitoring and recording how many product recalls happened during the reporting period and what corrective actions were taken. Then ESG consumers, cold chain integrity. Milk and dairy products, being perishable, require cold chain maintenance during transport and storage using refrigerated vehicles and equipment. This constant cooling demands continuous power, impacting the environment and contributing to global warming. To mitigate this, modern refrigeration technologies that avoid harmful CFCs, such as using CFC 22, should be adopted, along with regular maintenance, proper disposal, and recycling of cooling appliances. The SDG goals, which can be linked, are SDG 9, Industry, Innovation and Infrastructure, build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation in developing and adopting environment-friendly technologies and practices. And SDG 13, Climate Action, take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. And the DSF criteria is GHG emissions. Once again, measure and address the GHG emissions using IDF standards and life cycle methodology. ESG consumers, misleading claims is also a very critical aspect. It is also a major social and statutory obligation on the dairy organizations to ensure that no misleading claims about the quality of products, various practices being followed during manufacturing processes, usage of recycled raw and packaging material, or sustainability of the entire process are made. The food and beverage industry faces increasing pressure to clean up its marketing following a flood of lawsuits that target big name companies like Coca-Cola Company and Nestle SA over greenwashing and other misleading claims. For example, the claim that the dairy is selling pure cow milk has to be properly backed up by a well-established traceability protocol, and any failure to do so may lead to heavy penalties and loss of brand image. The demand for marketing advice over assertions made on packaging, for example, is rising because of legal and regulatory concerns. Also, because many businesses are expanding their product lines after early pandemic uncertainty settled, companies have more claims and products that need to be vetted. The DSF criteria which is linked directly to this is market development, which can be addressed by putting in place the processes to keep the consumers informed about various new developments in the market and ensuring that no misleading claims are made. So friends, with this we come to the end of module 5, detailing the linkage between ESG protocol with respect to sales and distribution and consumer services, sustainable development goals and dairy sustainability framework criteria. Hope I have been able to do justice to the task in an easy to understand manner. If you found the presentation interesting and useful, please do not forget to like it and subscribe to my channel by clicking on the bell icon if not done so far. I would request you to please share your views and feedback so that I'm able to improve my future offerings and also share it with your friends and colleagues. In case you have not seen the first 4 modules of the series, please click on the link given below on the slide. If you are first time viewer of my channel, please note that I have also put in 2 separate series of 5 modules each on enterprise risk management ERM and its importance in dairy industry and ESG and its importance for dairy sector, which you may like to see after subscribing to my channel. I have also shared my contact details in case you want to get in touch with me and provide your feedback or suggestions. Thank you very much for viewing and goodbye for now.